Okay, you guys, sorry I'm not there. I had a sonogram scheduled for my thyroid and a dentist appointment literally marked on my calendar, and I had forgotten about it. So I am really sorry. I apologize about that. So let me go over some of the things you guys are going to do. So today you guys are going to do 1 through 5 on this assignment. You're responsible for 6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 16, 20, 25, and 26. I'm going to go through a few example problems to refresh your memory from yesterday. You are also responsible for this assignment. You can cross out 17, 18, B and D, and number 24. But you should have plenty of time to get all of this done. What I want to help you guys with is letter C down here and a few examples from yesterday. So go ahead, and I'm going to pick a few problems back here, and we are going to work them out. Okay, so what you should have handy is you should have your notes from yesterday. You should have your solubility chart and your activity series. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose a few to give you guys some examples. And so we're going to start with number 14 as an example. So get your assignment out and work with me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to identify the type of reaction it is. I'm looking to the left-hand side, and I have only one thing as my reactant side. I have one thing. So if I have one single thing on my reactant side, it's going to be a decomposition reaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my notes, and I'm going to see where my reaction falls in regard to one of these examples. So right now I have iron hydroxide. So this is going to be a metal hydroxide. So metal hydroxides turn into or form metal oxides in water. So I am going to go ahead and number 14. So metal hydroxides form metal oxides in water. So I am going to put my metal and my oxide together plus H2O. Now I'm going to I need to balance this out. I need to go ahead and check my oxidation numbers. So since iron is +3 over here, iron is going to be +3 over here. Oxygen is -2. So I'm going to put a 2 here and a 3 here. And then you guys are going to go back and you guys are going to balance that on your own. Okay, next one I am going to choose is number 15. Okay, this is my example, you guys. So on the left-hand side, I have a compound and a single element. Since I have a single element plus a compound, I know that that is a single replacement. So I am going to look over here and remember that my single element, if it is a non-metal, it is going to go ahead and replace the anion. If my single element is a metal, it will replace the cation. Well, in this case, it's a non-metal. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to my activity series. I have to see, is chlorine above bromine in my activity series? So I come over here, and chlorine is above bromine. So the switch is going to happen. So bromine and chlorine are going to switch places. So my new compound is going to be magnesium chloride. Magnesium is +2, chlorine is -1, so I need a 2 here. And the element that's kicked out is bromine. You're going to go back and balance that one too. Oh, we forgot to go ahead. This guy is a decomposition. We decided this one is a single replacement. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this guy. I have a single element and a single element. I've got nothing, of course, over here. So the only thing that can happen is these two can come together to make one single compound. So this guy is going to be a synthesis reaction. Metal always goes in the front of the compound. So Na. Iodide is I. I check my oxidation numbers, make sure my formula is correct, and then you'll go back and put coefficients in where they need to go. Last but not least, let's go ahead and look at this guy right here. This guy is going to be a double replacement reaction because this is a ionic compound, zinc chloride plus ammonium sulfide. Okay, so ionic compound plus ionic compound. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my solubility chart. And I'm going to start with this compound. If you remember, both of these have to be aqueous before we can predict our products. So I'm going to find chlorine on my activity series. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to see if chlorine bonded to zinc will make this aqueous. So I come over here, find chlorine. If you remember, this guy is AQ, this guy is solid. So chlorine is going to be aqueous unless it's bonded to silver, mercury, lead, or thallium. And it is bonded to, where am I? Chlorine, bonded to zinc. So this guy is AQ. I didn't leave you guys much room, did I? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to look at the anion. So this is sulfur or sulfide. So I'm going to come over here and it says sulfides combined with ammonium are aqueous. So I'm going to put AQ. Okay, so that's good. So that means that my two cations can switch places. So I'm going to make my products. I'm going to pair up zinc with sulfur. Zinc is +2, sulfur is -2, so I don't need any subscripts. Plus ammonium is combined with chlorine. Ammonium is +1, chlorine is -1. Now before you balance it, we got to go back to our solubility chart and we have to see, okay, what states of matter these two are in. If I get two aqueous, it means the reaction doesn't happen. If I get an aqueous and a solid, that's great. If I get aqueous and gas, that's great. Aqueous and liquid, that's great. So let's go back and I'm going to search the solubility chart using my anion, which is sulfur or sulfides. So sulfides bonded to ammonium are aqueous. Sulfides bonded to group 1 elements are aqueous. Sulfides bonded to group 2 elements are aqueous. And zinc is neither of those. And so it says he's most other cations, since he's none of these. So this guy is my precipitate, so I'm going to put an S. Ammonium chloride, I go back here. So salts are just compounds. So compounds of chlorine are aqueous unless they're bonded to one of these, and it's not. So this guy is aqueous. So that means it works out great. So you guys are going to have to go back and balance that. Those are some examples of the problems that you guys are going to work today. I would like for you guys to please start with this assignment. Okay, there's not too many of them, and then work away on this assignment. I would like for both of the assignments to be completed. Why don't you guys do me a favor? Why don't we go ahead and cross all of 18 out? Let's just take all of 18 out. So 18 completely. Let's take him out. Okay, guys. I will see you guys Thursday. Make sure you wear closed-toed shoes because we are still going to do the lab on Thursday and Friday. Take care. I will see you soon.